In the forgotten highlands of southeastern Albania, there once stood a village called Kardashu. It no longer appears on any map, not because it was abandoned, but because every single soul, man, woman, child, vanished during a single night. And all that remains is a ritual, one that was banned in 1894 by the Ottoman Empire. So dangerous, it was said to collapse the barrier between worlds, with first few out. With Wendudiang team Fidas in Kota, the Ilias collapsed to valuations in something of dyings. Part 1. The Ritual's Discovery. Kardashu was a mountaintop village of no more than 200 people, remote, self-sustained, and deeply spiritual. Travelers spoke of strange drums heard at night, of the villagers never seen in daylight past October. But what caught the attention of the outside world was the letter. In 1893, a missionary named Father Antoine Laurent claimed he had witnessed a ceremony unlike anything recorded in religious or pagan history. "They do not sacrifice animals," he wrote. "They sacrifice time." The ritual, known locally as Dita e Tretë, the third day, was only performed once every 27 years and only during a full lunar eclipse. Part 2. The structure of the ritual. Father Laurent's notes, which survived in a monastery archive, describe the process in 7 disturbing steps. The offering of silence. For 3 days before the eclipse, the village would fall into complete silence. No speech, no music, no prayer. Even children were forbidden to cry. The feeding of the forgotten. At night, villagers would leave plates of rotting food and worn shoes in the surrounding forest. These offerings were never touched by animals, but always disappeared by dawn. The marking of the third day. Every third house would paint its doors with a symbol resembling a spiral with 3 notches. Those households would not be seen again until the ritual ended. The shadow procession. On the night of the eclipse, masked figures would lead a silent parade around the village 3 times, each time walking slower. The counting in reverse. At exactly 3:03 a.m., the villagers would begin counting down from 333 to 0, in unison. No one knows what happens if someone misses a number. No one ever dared. The opening of the gate. At 0, a stone altar outside the village would be drenched in a thick black liquid, never identified by science. Witnesses claimed the air shimmered like heat waves, even in winter. The disappearance. On the third day after the eclipse, the village would be quiet. No one seen, no footprints, just the echo of drums, fading. Part 3. The ban and the missing village. In early 1894, the Ottoman provincial governor sent a small regiment to Kardashu after reports of children disappearing in nearby towns. When the soldiers arrived, there was no village, only the altar, and around it, charred earth in a perfect circle 333 feet wide. No bodies, no rubble. Father Laurent, the missionary, disappeared 2 days after his final letter, which ended with a chilling phrase. "The villagers told me. This time, they called for more than memory. They called for reversal." Part 4. Attempts to recreate it, and why you shouldn't. Since the rise of internet forums in the early 2000s, some curious occultists and fringe groups have tried to recreate the third day ritual. None have succeeded completely, but patterns of disasters follow those who try. In 2009, a YouTuber named @TheForgottenThird claimed he had replicated the first 4 steps in an abandoned village in Montenegro. His final video showed him whispering numbers in reverse. He was found 3 days later, unable to speak. His phone contained over 300 recordings, all of him crying as if in reverse audio. The timestamps? All marked 3333. Another group in 2017 went missing after trying the ritual in a cave in Siberia. Their camp was untouched. The only clue, a spiral symbol carved into the ice facing inward. Part 5. The Theory. What was the ritual really doing? Some modern occult theorists believe Dita e Tretë was a kind of time-scrubbing ritual, a way for the villagers to erase pain by trading their presence in history. They didn't die. They were edited out. Which explains why Kardashu doesn't appear on any official Ottoman census, even though it's referenced in private letters from travelers. It's as if the village only existed when it needed to, and the ritual was a reboot. Others suggest it was a summoning, not a sacrifice, and that the entity they called to was not bound by linear time. Not a god, not a demon, something else. A few speculate that it wasn't the villagers who disappeared, but we did, into a slightly different timeline, where they're simply not included. Part 6. Why the ritual must never be repeated. The Altari manuscripts, a secret collection of suppressed Ottoman documents, refer to the ritual as Tretë in Hekura, the third in chains. It is described as a gateway that opens both ways, and it warns, if performed in a place with electric light, the traveler will not return alone. This is believed to be why the ritual hasn't worked in modern times. Electricity interferes, but one day, someone might try it in the right place. A village still off the grid during the next lunar eclipse. That eclipse is in 2029. If someone succeeds, we may not remember this video. We may not remember anything at all.
Outro. Call to curiosity. If you find a village with no online record, where the locals go silent before a red moon, leave. Don't film. Don't try to help. Just leave. And if you ever dream of counting backward and wake up with the number 3 echoing in your ears, you may already be part of the ritual.